Should homework be eliminated? Homework is probably one of the worst things ever for a student. It takes away from class time as well as students' personal time. It also deprives children and teenagers of the sleep required to function properly, and it causes an unnecessary amount of stress that can lead to anxiety and depression. All of this could be avoided by getting rid of homework altogether. Homework should be eliminated because it would benefit students in many different ways. One major advantage of eliminating homework is that it would improve students' health. It sometimes seems overwhelming and can cause a lot of stress. It can also lead to sleep deprivation as students will stay up late trying to complete their work. 6 hours of academics is enough, says Alfie Kahn in the article, Should Schools Be Done with Homework? It's important for students to have time to relax and get some much-needed sleep. However, that is near impossible when students go to school for 6 hours and are expected to do even more work when they get home. Consequently, the stress and lack of sleep will reduce the students' health until it gets to an extreme level. In short, eliminating homework would ultimately improve students' health because they would have more time to sleep and relax. Another advantage is that class time could be used more efficiently. Valuable class time is wasted while assigning, collecting, and checking homework. Instead, teachers should be explaining lessons in more detail and showing more examples to help the students understand while they're in class. This way, students are able to ask questions when they are having trouble. Teachers should be teaching these things in class, not making the students learn it themselves, says a user on debate.org. This is true. A teacher's job is to make sure their students understand, not to make them figure it out on their own. So, if a student does not understand the material, they should be able to ask about it right away instead of waiting until the next day. To summarize, eliminating homework and focusing more on lessons would reduce the amount of confusion created when students try to do homework they do not understand. One more advantage is that students would have more time outside of school for extracurricular activities. It is necessary for students to have time to enjoy themselves. They are not machines and they cannot work 24/7. No one can. According to a research paper on homework, homework was banned in the late 60s and early 70s so children could enjoy their nights just like their parents could. If adults can do what they want during their free time, why shouldn't their kids be able to? As said previously, it is important for students to participate in activities outside of school because it allows them to relax and spend time with their friends. If they are swamped with homework, there will be no time left over for them to do so. In opposition, some people will argue that homework provides extra practice for what students are taught in class. While this may be true in some cases, it does not apply to every student. Some students grasp ideas and concepts really easily, but others don't. A user on debate.org says that students who already know the material will not feel motivated to complete their homework. It is tedious and pointless if the student knows what they need to know. So it just becomes busy work. Perhaps there should be optional extra practice for students who want or need it. That would give extra practice to people who need it, but at the same time, people who know the material will not have to work for no reason. Another argument would be that it eliminates homework portion of the grade. That would mean that someone's grade is purely based on their test scores. Students would have no homework grade to fall back on when they get a bad test grade. However, if someone worries that they will do poorly on a test, they should seek extra help and ask for practice problems. Again, the students who need it would sacrifice their own personal time, while the students who do not need it will not have to worry about it. In conclusion, there are way more pros than cons when it comes to eliminating homework. It causes health issues, takes up a lot of class time, and it takes away a good amount of students' personal time. While homework may be helpful when it comes to practice, it is unnecessary and tedious for students who understand the material. There is one simple way to prevent all of the problems that come along with homework, and that would be to get rid of it altogether.